G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in mini motorways. This is the week of September 27th, and our challenge here is unlimited traffic lights, some color destinations are always circles, and trees can't be destroyed. You might have noticed on that front page I did already have a score for this one, which was 1200. I bombed out because I deleted a piece of road on one of my very early buildings. And I'm not going to accept that as my my final submission for this level, because it was a very dumb and painful way to go. That you suddenly just hear that like alarmed beeping that someone's about to expire, to discover it's someone sitting in the dead center with 6 houses right next to them. It's not attached to anything. All right, so that's a nice close setup for him there. I was gonna say we should swing him around that way so he's immediately connected, but we don't even need him there anymore, I guess. As long as these guys aren't slowing down as they pass through that, because I'd say that's still just... It looks long, but it is just a driveway connection to that piece of road, so then that should be fine. I've gotten more sensitive to the noises in this game, of the ticking clock to signify that a Sunday's coming, the real subtle beeps that that something's about to expire on you. I mean, possibly that's why even the music's bugging me more than it used to, is that I'm just listening to it a bit more. Also started this week, I don't know if anyone else did, started the DLC of Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds isn't a game I play on my channel or have recommended at all, but definitely if you do like your puzzle games, particularly if you like space games, it's definitely not a must. Space isn't a big genre for me, but it is a fantastic game, and the less you know about it, the better going in. I actually think it's a good enough game that I wouldn't even want to play it on my channel, because the fun of it is the discovery, and yeah, if I was to play it, it sort of robs you of the chance to have that same discovery enjoyment. So I'm pretty sure it's on sale at the moment because of the because its DLC did just come out. So you don't necessarily have to go on the DLC. The base game is a phenomenal thing on its own. There you go. That's my little pitch for a game you might enjoy. Definitely always start off pretty skimp on the red houses here. We've got two guys with 2, and then that one guy who's got probably the longest road of anyone. Only 1. Hopefully we get something in this area here, but I doubt it. Alright, we can't swing these guys any further south, so we are going to have to cross over here. Run out of road, so I guess this will stay with two connections. I can't even put a set of lights there because I've hit it on the middle of an X, middle of like the line intersection, or the middle of a piece of road. Take another bridge, pause for a second. So what we'll do is we'll send this guy up. Him up there, put that in, put him in there, put that in there as well. And what we'll do is we will hit that through a point. It can have a set of lights. We'll get rid of that set of lights. Actually that's fine there too, because that's the road now and those are 2 driveways. a long connection that we've got. No, that's not a thing. Got these yellows having to operate through. Not a lot to like about this at the moment. And it's tough because you'd say who's the candidate for the motorway here? Is it this guy? Because he's blocking off two different paths for yellow, or is it yellow? But then you've still got to have this connection going through anyway. Now, I'm gonna say it's this guy, but then I'm gonna change this as well. That he's actually now, these guys are closer to him than these guys up here are, so they get the highway. Could sneak a roundabout in here too. Let's do that. Let's swing these guys just a bit more north. Now he is the closer house to this. But what we're going to do is we'll point him down. Get him to go across. I'll just leave both sets connected for now because it's two small sets of three. The traffic light's obviously costing us nothing to be in there. Alright, pause for a second. We're gonna move these, relocate those guys' direction again. That way. Get rid of that. Send that more direct. I was gonna say then we swing this guy all the way around the bottom. I realize that the problem there is we don't have the road for it. Take the motorway, even though road was obviously just my current complaint. Okay. So, get these two guys over here to immediately address that. It's good because 2 definitely wasn't going to be enough. Almost blocks off our route around here for these guys, but it's manageable at the moment. That is a bad placement. There's no way to get past this red guy unless we ditch these 3 guys from dealing with him. And then I'm almost also grossly under no road at all. Yeah, a lot to not like about this one. So the question is, what's our temporary fix? All 3 of these guys are on call there, so I mean I think it's that. The thing is that this is a double as well. There's we certainly need road tiles urgently, or if we get a motorway, these guys can just motorway down to him. Okay, so we'll take the road tiles in this case. What we can do is get rid of that motorway from there, And instead put it, get rid of this as well. What we could do is give them the motorway. Give them the motorway, give him the motorway. Just wait for that motorway to be reclaimed. Those guys going up there. Now what that means is that that dream I had of separating this guy out into two different ones is now gone. So again, and I realized that when I did revert them back to not using the roundabout, I should have given them their set of traffic lights back, and I didn't. Now this neighborhood here could possibly become the new candidate to take over this guy unless we get another yellow factory sometime soon up this top corner. These two reds down here, yep, nailed it. I don't like you, tree. If we do that, we can have them all connect without a... I don't like it, but it's our current solution. Well, that's bad. That's what we'll call that one. Because again, that would be a third guy that we can't even afford going through that same intersection. I mean, at least it's all yellow cars, but still it's not great. Okay, so what we'll do here is we will divide this point. We want these guys to come and take care of him. We would also like these two guys to be able to be included. So we'll bring them down here. I'm not even sure this red guy needs all of them, but these other two red guys might eventually, because they're both still only running on 2 houses each. So at least having the red network sort of connected together is good. It's not great that this is only operating on 3 houses, but we'll keep that as is for now. And then what we want is we'll get rid of this guy off this roundabout. Wait for this road to be reclaimed. This is a painful wait. We need to find someone that we can cut off our connections. Not great that these all the way far back guys are having to work there. Get rid of all that too. Now the ideal setup at the top here is going to be... we've got 7 road now, so let's spend a little bit more freely. Cut that one. It's a waste of a spot that we've got going on there. That up. So we've got 3 guys going to one, 4 guys going to the other. And the other thing that I'd like to do down here so we're going to put that roundabout in here somewhere. Weird hook angle in there, but that's what we'll have to do. Although what we can do is we can knock that out. Send those two guys that way and then have this guy join them. Then so cross our fingers that this one here ends up being red. Now these guys here are looking woeful, and it's all to do with the bad way that these guys are rolling. So let's make some adjustments. I guess we can fix that by just cutting that corner. Really need this weekend to hit. Not so much a motorway that we need. The motorways are always handy, but the extra roadway will be what we want. Cool, so we'll take the road tiles, we'll pause, and we will go. This guy can swing down this way, and he can have 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be generous, we'll give him 5. And that leaves 5 for the guy at the top, and then now they're completely separated. They hopefully shouldn't get in each other's way anymore. Okay, well, next up we've got this guy just to connect in there. Question marks about this whole setup down here now, because we can get rid of that if we got rid of that. Have these two guys come swing in here, or we could have him come in and help out there. Either way, we've now got to get all the way around here. I've only got 16 road to do it with at the moment, which is definitely going to be more than enough. Sorry, not more than enough. Not enough to get us all the way around those two yellow communities. These guys connecting there would also be great. There's no way to get... Even if I connected these guys to here, made these guys come down to then join them to connect to this guy, these guys would still have to go all the way around him at the top there. No way to just sort of connect them onto that. But I think for the time being, that's all we can really do. So cut them through like that. We'll set of lights there for these two yellow guys to help out. Set of lights there. We'll get rid of this. Let them have that guy at the top. Just wait for some of this road to be reclaimed. And connect these guys down here. Oh no, because here's the main road now. Cool. That's helpful. Although what we don't want, we'll get rid of this change now. It's a pain because it probably means that this is now going to be better off going back around the top. Because now that's not going to interfere with someone else. Yeah, what we don't want is we don't want those cars that swing down to here to try and help out. I've got a lot of purple houses over here. Okay, now this is where we now need to have a problem. Now got this guy here, and he's only got 2 houses. So now we're gonna have to wait for more road again. But what we want to do is connect this guy, these houses over here as well, I'd say. He's going to need the extra attention as well. The problem is this guy here, if I cut him to just these three, he's still only operating off, he's only going to be operating off 3 houses. So we connect him in there. Then we send that guy that way. So this guy gets 3. This guy gets to keep his close 1 house. Make that a bit more of a straight intersection. Because we still haven't had that addressed at all. Get these 2 guys to be at least connected together. Yeah, okay. I mean, he's motorway all day. Even when that is a motorway, this is such a weird little neighborhood that this has built down here. Alright, so what we're going to do is see if we can get him to swing up. Doesn't have to go that high, he can get closer than that. Run out of road tiles there, so I've now disconnected the road. Who was my junk road? This red dude. Now, because he's an emergency car there, hopefully he shouldn't be used too much. And since these are both just square destinations, what we hope to see is that he doesn't end up getting much use. Now this has finally popped up and it's gone yellow, which is good since we've got this little yellow neighborhood in the middle there that really have an identity. Been really stingy with the motorways at this point. Keep going the road tiles just because I'm not using the roundabouts and the I've been pretty lean on the road tiles a lot of times so far. But a motorway is definitely what I need, and what I need that motorway to do is send help to red. Because you can see how badly this is moving as is. I don't want to have red cutting across it. This guy's not really sustaining with his 3 houses either. Unfortunately, this is the bottom of the map, so I can't run like a lifeline around the bottom. Now, that's not a cool position at all. I'm not a fan. Will not support it. He would have been great connecting to that as well. In fact, he will be. So that's going to be a shift there. Don't know about that. I mean, he can still serve his purpose there. Very cold. Very cold with the motorway distribution here. Freezing. Now, luckily, these 3 guys here can sort out this. These 3 guys now, though, are struggling. If I could turn these guys around, I think I have to. I mean, we take those guys off here and we give them back the same amount anyway. The satellites there. That guy actually just faced towards the question. These reds are still... I mean, these reds are now basically blocking each other off. I'm still just sort of... My hands are tied. Till we get a motorway. Even then, at best I can now only have 2 guys connected. This is messy. I assume that that's operating as a set of lights, so try and pick up the pace there. We fit a roundabout in here. I mean, there's so many red cars moving around here. Like, it looks like it's doing great, but you can also look at all of those houses and you can see no one's at home. So it's certainly fallen apart. Okay, actually 3 is the most I can get together. I can get those 3 all talking. Now, this is, I suppose, how many... This is what we can do, I guess. Get rid of that, and we can go... Sit in that. There we go. Okay, so now we can get these guys in. Now the problem is we don't want all of these guys surging, like going to really random houses. So for example, we've got 3 more houses that we can bring in, and these guys here can go to that one, or these guys here, like they're not necessarily going to go to the closest one. And I haven't had a set of traffic lights on that. That's going to be a murder this whole time too, I realize. But we've got 6 guys up there. But if we could have those 6 guys separate from these 4, could be okay. So let's separate them out. And then what we'll do is we'll put our motorway from here to those 3. This is certainly a moment where it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets a bit better in terms of the traffic. Certainly see it there. Hopefully, just now that there's less sort of intersections they need to go through, will sort of come good. I mean, this one here is certainly struggling as a result of it. Motorway luck here has been abysmal. This guy I can sort of come down into there. I'm not sure I need these 2 guys connected, and I think they're just going to be causing congestion. They are the 2 closest guys to here. They're going to cause some congestion. This is a little hellscape. A lot of purple here too. Be great to use. And there's even purple up here that I'm just not using. Now, red has sort of come good. Meanwhile, this guy has gone bad. He's doing bad as well. There's no sort of group of guys that I can just call to arms. Maybe these 2. 3. I mean, to get them, we're going to have to cut across 2 different guys. I think it's... Oh, it's going to be so close. Get in there? Nah. Oh, well, not a bad one there. We can have a look. Now, this is, I'm pretty sure, the end of the week here, so should push us a bit further down the list. 324. Not too bad. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. But till next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.